Well, that scratch is making me sick. Well, this thing is making me sick too, I guarantee
I get asked a lot of questions about my cremation work process, particularly how I encase the ashes into the glass. So today I'm going to demonstrate a heart pendant with two different colors and ashes encased on each side of each color. I have a little vial here of Cremains that was donated to me a while ago for experimentation, and I'm going to use a little bit today for this demo. So the first thing I'm going to do is clean my graphite pad. Sometimes little dust or frit or specks of Lumiere lusters I've been using lately will stick to here or just be left on from working. So, you know, I just wiped it down with a paper towel and there's nothing on there now. And this is to make sure you don't get any other impurities or weird frit colors or anything that might interact with the ash in your piece. Next thing I do is I have a very fine screen here, and so all I do is dump a little bit of ash in here. Don't need much at all. I usually ask for a tablespoon, which is plenty, just in case I have to do a do-over or something breaks. After sifting out the finest ash, I used a clean business card to scoop out the bone from the screen and sweep up whatever larger chunks were on the graphite that I wasn't going to use back up into the bottle. And you can use this card now to kind of push this closer to the edge of the graphite. I don't want to get too close because I don't really want to lose any. And then I use the card to make tiny circles. And the tiny circles will even it out. Into a level, thin layer that I will be picking up with hot glass. So this will work just fine. I want to get it as even as possible, but this should be pretty good. First thing I do in the flame is heat up about an inch of 12 mil rod and then flatten it against my L marver, favoring one side of the rod over the other. Then I can heat up the inside face of your flattened rectangle and pick up some of the Cremains ash. After picking up the ash, you'll have some caked on the surface of the inside of that flat rod. Bake this in very well. You'll see typical sodium glare, and when the ash really starts to bake in, you'll notice that the flame turns green. Keep that section really hot the entire time you are about to encase the ash in your first color. After your initial encasement and melting in the cobalt lines, it should look something similar to this. You can see there are no air bubbles visible, and the ash is completely encased. As I melt in the second layer of color, North Star bubblegum in this case, I can go directly from melting in that inner surface right to the marver for my second pickup of cremated remains. Now we have our second layer of Cremains on the bubblegum side. And we need to encase it now in more 12mm rod. Now I'm just melting in all the clear, making sure all the glass is happy, and kind of smushing this into closer to a rounded shape, but keeping its width right now, because I'm going to twist it up, and it'll have a really cool feathered effect if I maintain its flatness now. You can see now how thick my gather's brought up to. It's about ready to be mashed. Now we are flat. This is where it all gets really satisfying for me. I like to see this step. When it cools down, you see the colors alternating between the twists and the little bits of ash scattered throughout it. We'll have a better look later. For this next step, it's a quick step. I literally take some scissors and cut it right down the middle to get my butt cheeks even where the top of the heart will be. These are not proper shears, but they work for every application that I've needed so far. I do want proper glass shears for when I want to shave off some lips for a cup or something, but for now. So I've got the slit set, and that's basically going to serve as like your little template, and it'll make it really easy to carve out the rest of the heart. And then I'm going to start to curve each bump downwards to give it a nice curvaceous heart shape. And after I'm done shaping that, we'll give it one final carve down the middle to really define those cheeks. You can see I got both my cheeks shaped out. You see the ash in between the layers, especially in the blue. So now I'm just going to clean up the crease to find the center line a little bit more before terminating the point. Looking at a pretty good shape now. I'm just going to add a loop, terminate, and then I'll show you her when she's all done. You could add some dots, some cool horns, maybe a theme to go with the colors that you've chosen, some flowers or something. But that's basically it. There are a few detail points in the process that you'll take some time on at first, but once you get going, you'll be crushing these out in no time. I really like the optics on these. How you can see, especially on the edges, between the blades of color and into the ash, between all the layers. Really cool pendants. I love looking at these guys. Make sure to go check out my website, boscoglass.com. Just got a nice Cremains homepage up there. Ready to add more examples to it. We'll have a Christmas holiday page up soon. The various ornaments I like to make every year. And yeah, stay tuned for some more videos. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Follow me on Instagram at Losco Glass. That's how it's spelled, Losco. Keep up with me daily in the shop, and I'll see you guys later.